Hello traders, very good morning and welcome to today's live market profile and order flow trade analysis. We are at episode 211, and before I share today's analysis, I would just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. So let me quickly share my screen and let's understand how the auction developed today and what are the potential auction development paths from intraday perspective for today. Okay, so let me just quickly share my screen. And first of all, what you see on the right side is the daily chart. And on the daily chart, what we have is a good trending up move, one time framing up, followed by some sideways development. And yesterday's auction was something like an inside day. Okay, that is one data point. Second data point is if you look at the volume is pretty less compared to the average volumes which are getting traded. Okay, so overall, what I've done is, so this is the hourly chart. And here if we see the balancing activity where it's forming, so the balancing activity is forming around the top. Okay, we don't have a good excess high, so we have an inside day, and this is the volume profile from 9th of November till 12th of November, or 12th, yeah, till 12th of November. Okay, so this is the overall volume profile or the profile distribution. And what we have is we have got 1 HVN, 2 and 3. Okay, so more or less this range. So let me draw this. So this is the range which should be acting as the level of support. Of support. So I'm expecting the auction to open slightly higher, tag the stops which are built higher, and then continue higher. Okay. And I'm expecting this to be acting as the level of support, this entire zones, because we have got 1, 2 and 3 HVNs. Okay, so if this does not happen, then it means that something has changed in the markets and the sellers are winning. So the buying activity which came in yesterday and a day before yesterday, the 2 days, those were not good buying, and this support has invalid, then you can take a short trade targeting this particular gap, okay, from the positional perspective. Okay, apart from that, second thing which comes into the play is Diwali. So a lot of big traders, they won't be trading right now. That's why we might be seeing some low volumes and also some sideways development. Okay, so overall, yeah, that's what I'm able to see. We have got a couple of gaps which are not yet filled. So on the lower edge, there are two gaps which needs to be filled. Okay, so these are two very clear data points. We have got three HVNs, we have got a low volume area node. Okay, so let's see which way the auction opens today, and based on that, you can take the trades. Nothing much apart from the other charts. So now let me just quickly jump to the market profile chart. And from the market profile chart, what we see is what happened. Just a second. I think I was pressing the hotkey for the marker and everything got reloaded or restarted. Yes, so sorry for that. So give it a couple of seconds and let it start. In the meantime, let me just open the pre-open market session. The time is 9:09. So flat opening, 31 points, negative 31 points or 0.25. So nothing much has changed. So let me close this. Okay. So flat opening, and so let me just bring in the marker. So a couple of references which I've added is the HVN. Then what is happening is we have got clustered highs, so there are stop loss orders building here. We also have got clustered lows, so there are again stop loss orders building here. Okay. Second thing is we have a sort of a balanced day yesterday, being an expiry and whatnot. But I think because of the holiday season and festival season, the good volume flow is not coming in. Okay, but overall, a lot of sideways development was seen, yesterday while I was looking at the auction, and also the volumes are not pretty great. Okay, so a couple of references which I have shared is the low is weaker, the high is okay. We have got some excess around the highs, and we got one HV in here. We also got 1 week low. So a lot of nuances on the lower side. Okay. So the auction is going to open around the POC. So this is will be an immediate reference, and this I think will act as the level of support or resistance. Okay. So what I'm expecting is the auction to open below this. We'll try to tag the week low, tag the HVN, and then see some sort of a reversal. This is the first auction development path. Second auction development path is we continue to the lower side and tag the week low. So this is the second auction development path. Third auction development path which I'm seeing is auction opens within the range. It tags the value area low, again goes higher, again comes down, again tries to go higher, because if you draw a trend line, this is where a lot of stops will be there, and then it tries to reach higher. Okay, this is the third auction development path. And the fourth auction development path which I'm seeing is auction is just developing sideways, around the POC, and then it will tag the high and the low and the high. Okay, so these are the four auction development paths which I'm looking at to develop today from the intraday trade perspective. Okay, so second thing is I'll just also merge this session, and if you see, this is the overall balance, the value area high, value area low. So these are the levels which you need to monitor it. We've got some excess around the lows, no excess around the highs. Okay, and there was a mechanical selling activity which came on the upper edge. Okay, so we had an inside day yesterday, so followed by this we have an inside day. So just observe that stops are getting built around both the highs and lows. Yeah, and based on that, you can take the trades. So we are just 3 minutes or 2 minutes to go before the auction opens. Okay, so 1 minute to go, and if you have got any comments, feel free to chime in, or else let's wait for the auction to open. So Monday is a holiday, so I think the next video will be on Tuesday. So just checking the NSE's holiday list. Okay, so 16th is a market holiday, so we will be connecting on 17th. Yeah, So 30 seconds to go before the auction opens. So let's see, how the auction develops. Okay, so the low is tagged. So pretty massive selling came in right from the market open. So let me clear all the drawings. So the week low has been tagged. HVN has also been tagged. And now the auction is trying to reverse. So we need to see whether that happens or not. Secondly, there are a couple of anomalies from the order flow chart. Okay, so the auction opened outside yesterday's range and the auction is now trying to reach within yesterday's range. Okay, so that is the data point which currently I'm seeing. Volume flow is okay, only about 2000 contracts have been traded with just a minute within the auction has started. Okay, so the auction is now again going from the low of yesterday, and also I shared that this is the band which we're looking at it. So this was the support zone. So this support zone is invalid. We are seeing some sort of excess around the VPOC. So now wait for a good short trade. When is that? When the HUN gets tagged, that's when you can enter the short trade. Right now, a lot of choppiness will be seen, and the auction is just will be chopping in this zone. So right now, don't take any trades. So the HBN is tagged. That's why we might be seeing some continuation to the upside. Okay, we also have a epoch. We also have value area low. So these are the two levels where some sort of selling activity would come in. But right now, a good trade location is you can take a long trade, keeping your stop loss below VWAP and targeting the value area low and the PPOC. So that is the long trade which I'm currently being seen getting developed. So both the high and low from order flow chart, there are unfinished options. So we might be seeing some bounce back around VWAP. Now it's just the game of wait and watch, game of patience. So the auction is tagging VWAP and going higher. Auction is again tagging VWAP, going higher. Okay, just a minute left. 6,000 contracts have been traded. Okay, so the long trade is still active. So the first 5-minute candle has closed. 6,700 contracts traded. Delta is negative, whereas the candle is bullish. Okay, so there is some sort of anomaly or divergence seen. So a lot of selling pressure. Despite a lot of selling pressure, the candle closed with green or with bullish momentum. Okay. Again, VWAP, people are coming in buying in there. Yeah, we have equal commitment of traders, so 450 sellers and 450 buyers. So sort of a doji candle, wicks getting formed both on the highs and the lows. So wait for the high or the low to be broken, and based on that you can take the trade. Yeah. So now we would be seeing people throwing in the towel and tagging the low, because right now the auction is just trying to develop around the yesterday's low. If that does not happen, it means that you can enter again a buy position and keep the target of the today's high and the peacock. Yeah, because that's what I'm seeing, that right now at yesterday's low. Yeah, so now sellers are stepping in, momentum sellers are stepping in. Delta is negative, not a good sign, but selling is getting absorbed. Auction is now right now just trying to be below VWAP. The auction is just spending time around yesterday's low. So you need to ask who is buying here and who is selling here. A visual reference. So sort of an inside bar getting formed from the first 5-minute candle. Right now only 2,800 contracts have been traded, and it's just chopping around VWAP. VWAP and yesterday's low. Okay, so the option is now crossed above VWAP. So those selling activity which came in. So let's see now whether the high is getting tagged or not. So the long trade is still in play. So if you can keep a stop loss below this low, the current 5-minute candle low. It's just crisscrossing around VWAP, chopping around VWAP. Okay, you should be now out of the trade. Your stop loss should be hit. Okay, so negative momentum, negative delta, 6,700 to 3,400. Yeah, so now we should see some continuation to the downside because there is negative pressure or bearish pressure coming in. So what is stopping the low to be tagged is what I'm thinking. Okay, now we are chopping around the 2 days open. So a lot of weakness is seen, a lot of weaker buying, weaker selling. So during such time, it's better to just stay away. So the trade which I shared today, the first trade during the market open, it was a loss-making trade. So some divergence in the first candle. Right now, we need to see whether the candle closes in green with massive delta. It means that's a divergence signal. So we just have to sit and wait patiently and just observe. By the way, guys, happy Dhanteras to everyone. Okay, so sort of doji candle forming. We're still 30 seconds to go. The auction is becoming like a dull and boring movement. Pretty dull, boring movement happening. Okay, so the low is unfinished, the high is unfinished. Buyers are now stepping in. I don't know, not good buying, so don't just stay away from it. There is some divergence seen, so pretty massive selling came in, but the auction closed with bullish momentum. Yeah. So wait for the V auction to close above VWAP, because again sellers would be stepping in here and they will try to take the auction lower. Okay, so the sellers are again coming in. So let it now tag the low. Don't be in a hurry to take a trade. Right now the auction is just slowing down, pretty dull, boring day type of auction development is happening. And don't be in a hurry to take a trade that, oh, you saw rejection here, then let me take a short trade. No, wait for the context, wait for something to develop wherein you get some confidence. Right now, the auction opened outside yesterday's range. It tried to reach and then it is getting rejected. Okay, so that is the data point indicating that the auction is getting rejected. So we need to see continuation to the lower side. Okay, if the auction again comes within yesterday's range, it means that it's just again a choppy day. And what is happening is there are stops getting built around the high of today and low of today. Okay, so wait for some choppiness, wait for some clarity. Right now, choppiness is going on. Don't take any trades. Don't just simply see that, oh, it is getting rejected at VWAP, let me take a short trade. No, don't do that. Or else, you'll be ending your losing your money. Yeah. So the auction is trying to reach above VWAP. So if you see it is trying to reach above VWAP, delta is coming down, the prices are going up. So some sort of divergence again seen. So better stay away. What I'm expecting is continuation to the lower side. Nice choppiness action seen. So if you see the volume flow, 6,000 to 3,000 to 2,000 to right now we are in 1,400. So yeah, not great volumes. We are having a balancing around the yesterday's low. Some balancing forming here. Okay, this means that either the high will be tight or the low will be tight. Yeah, so this is a choppiness zone. So stay away from taking any trades. We are seeing multiple rejection at VWAP. So we saw rejection here. We are seeing rejection here. Delta is turning sideways now. Okay. So yeah, for 1600 contracts traded, negative delta, negative candle. So now we should see some push from sellers and try to tag the low. Okay, selling activity happening. The low would be tagged now. So let's see whether that happens or not. Yeah, so momentum sellers are stepping in still. The auction is just forming sideways around the VWAP. It is getting rejected at VWAP. That's clear. But sellers are getting exhausted, so that's not a good sign at all. So just wait and watch. We would be seeing continuation to the lower side with a good tempo. So I'm just waiting for a good tempo to step in, happen. So if you study the tempo, I hope you can feel the tempo. It's pretty dull, boring day happening, pretty dull movement. Volumes are also not great, so they should give an indication that today it might be a sideways day. Today we might not see a trending day. Okay, and I would say that just be with your family, enjoy the festival season. That's what I'll be doing. So I'll be just shutting my system in next one minute, and I'll be just working on cleaning the house and car, all that stuff. So the auction again came around today's open and is just chopping around that and going higher. Yeah. So not good sign. Only intraday traders are trading in the current auction. So wait for some anomalies to create. Wait for them to make some mistakes. Wait for them to come at visual locations, and based on that, that's where you can take the trades. Okay, we are seeing some sort of wicks getting formed. The delta is shifting now. Delta is trying to become positive. Let me look at cumulative delta. Cumulative delta is also developing sideways. Okay. So 6,700, 3,400, 2,400, 1,600. So here there is an increase in volume flow. Delta is now turning flat since last two candles. So again, buyers are stepping in. So not a good sign. Not very high confidence option development happening. So we might be seeing some stop hunting. Yeah. So wait for either the low to be tagged or the high to be tagged. Based on that, you can take the trades. Okay. So with that, ending the session for today. Wishing you and your family a very happy Diwali and a happy New Year. And let's catch up on 17th of November. That is the coming Tuesday. And let's see what happens. Yeah. Till then, thank you.